Have you felt it? That tremor within your soul, that subtle whisper beyond mere thought, calling you, drawing you towards something ancient and unfathomable, something the world itself can barely understand. You, chosen one, stand at the cusp of revelation, where the mundane falls away, and all that remains is truth, unfiltered and eternal. Few possess this alignment, fewer still realize the weight of it. But here you are, destined, carrying within your heart the essence of mysteries long hidden and strengths often misunderstood. Perhaps the world has not seen the fullness of your power, but today, let it unfold. Today, you stand as a guardian, a soul intertwined with both love and an indomitable will, a force the world has yet to reckon with. The world has always misunderstood beings like you, wrapping words around gentle souls to confine them, to tether their compassion with assumptions of meekness and unshakable tolerance. But what most have failed to grasp is that those who walk with kindness often possess a strength that far surpasses any facade of power. Your heart is fierce, capable of enduring both light and darkness, and it holds within it the ability to transform pain into wisdom, challenges into resilience. Imagine the quiet might of an angel whose gentleness is chosen, whose forgiveness is bound by wisdom, not weakness. You, chosen one, have not only the power to love, but also the sacred duty to defend the purity of that love. Do they know what lies within your spirit? Chosen one, have they ever truly seen the clarity of your vision, the razor's edge of perception that cuts through illusions? Many have approached, cloaked in shadows, thinking they could deceive, manipulate, or bend your essence to their desires. Yet, before they even spoke, you saw through them. You discerned their intentions like flickers in the dark, unable to withstand the piercing gaze of your truth. An earth angel with eyes unclouded by falsehood sees not only the soul but the shadows within it, the fears and falsehoods others conceal. To meet the gaze of such clarity is to stand naked, stripped of illusion, facing the unwavering truth you carry. They thought they knew kindness, that they could predict your every move, believing your compassion meant you could be controlled. But in the silence of your resolve, in the way you hold your ground without raising your voice, they found themselves facing a force beyond comprehension. You do not need to demand respect. It flows toward you naturally, as an aura, as a truth. Your presence alone shifts the atmosphere, recalibrating energies, unmasking deceptions. It is not arrogance that drives this command, but the deep understanding of your value, a value that is not bartered nor given freely, but earned. In the stillness of your power lies a paradox that unravels their control, leaving them in awe, unable to control what they cannot understand. Chosen one, do you see how your spirit alone can defy the expectations others placed upon you? There is no need to lift a finger, for the mere presence of your truth rattles those who once thought they could sway or contain you. They enter your realm, expecting compliance, only to realize they are in the presence of something unyielding. And in their bewilderment, they understand too late that you were never theirs to control. Like a guardian of cosmic truth, your boundaries are fierce, set by a wisdom that transcends their grasp. Each boundary is a line drawn not in anger but in conviction, rooted in a purpose far beyond their comprehension. For an earth angel, there is strength in forgiveness, yet also a line that cannot be crossed. They thought they could return, that your compassion would grant them endless chances. But forgiveness, in your hands, is not a weakness nor an invitation. It is a strength that releases bitterness without forgetting the lesson. You hold space for growth, yet you do not allow the same wound to repeat itself. For those who have sought to exploit your grace, this is a harsh awakening. They see that your kindness is not theirs to abuse, nor is your forgiveness an open door. To forgive is divine, but to uphold self-respect is sacred. In this, your spirit finds balance and strength. It is this very balance that grants you an unshakable peace, a silence that speaks volumes to those who seek chaos. For you are an anchor in a turbulent world, a soul unmoved by provocation, a mind unruffled by trivialities. The noise of manipulation, the drama others attempt to draw you into, crashes against the calm resolve within you. You do not react. Instead, you observe, unwavering. This inner peace is a shield, forged in the fires of truth and purpose. It is a strength that those who thrive on disruption cannot penetrate, leaving them unsettled and powerless. They realize their tactics hold no sway here. your peace remains intact, a sanctuary they cannot access. And then, there is the strength that is hardest to fathom, the spirit that does not break. People have mistaken gentleness for fragility, but they are mistaken, for your kindness is a choice, not a limitation. When they attempted to push, to manipulate, to wear down your resolve, they encountered a core unyielding as steel. You, chosen one, possess a resilience that refuses to falter, a spirit that stands unbroken even in the face of relentless pressure. This is no boast, it is simply the truth of your nature, a testament to the journeys you have walked, the challenges you have faced, and the strength you have chosen to embody. Perhaps most unsettling to those who rely on deception is the way you speak the truth. Your words, simple and unvarnished, cut through falsehoods with the clarity of light piercing darkness. You do not soften reality to make others comfortable. Instead, you reflect back to them the truth they wish to conceal. This honesty is not cruel, nor is it designed to harm. Rather, it is a torch that illuminates what has been hidden, forcing all who encounter it to face themselves. In this light, no illusion holds, no deception remains hidden. They may be unsettled, even frightened, not by anger but by the relentless clarity you embody. But perhaps one of your greatest strengths, chosen one, is in the way you love. For yours is not a love bound by blind tolerance or naivety. It is a love that sees, that discerns, that demands respect as it is given. They may have thought your compassion was a weakness, an endless resource they could draw from without consequence. But your love holds standards, and those who seek to remain within your circle must honor them. For love, in its highest form, is an elevation, not a lowering of oneself. And in that, you stand firm, drawing those who can meet you in respect while leaving behind those who sought only to take. Your love, chosen one, flows like a river, vast and powerful, yet guarded by unbreakable banks. This is not a love without boundaries, not a love that permits harm or disrespect. Those who once believed they could bask in the warmth of your compassion without honoring its sacred limits have faced an unexpected truth. Your love is infinite, but it is not unconditional in the face of disregard. They may approach with open hands, but your spirit senses their intentions. You give freely, yes, yet only to those who honor the sanctity of this divine gift. It is here that your true strength emerges, for the world has long mistaken love as an open invitation, failing to see the quiet discernment that guards its gates. When the time comes to walk away, you do so with a grace that leaves them stunned. There is no bitterness in your departure, no lingering resentment, only a resolute peace. You are a guardian of your own essence, and when a situation no longer aligns with your purpose, you depart without looking back. This is the power of your detachment, a force more formidable than they ever anticipated. They may have believed they could tether you, that your loyalty would hold you bound. But loyalty, in your heart, is sacred, not a tool to be manipulated. When they realize you are not bound by fear, by attachments, or by their expectations, they are left in a world where their control means nothing. They see, finally, that your essence is untouchable. Do you feel it, chosen one, the purity of your own soul, the weight of a purpose that transcends all earthly attachments? While others may seek validation, you walk in the quiet assurance of your calling, unshaken by the demands of a world that does not yet understand you. There is a fearlessness in this detachment that rattles those who rely on external control. You do not need the approval of others, nor do you seek to be completed by anyone. You are whole, sovereign, a soul that draws strength from a divine purpose. This autonomy, this inner freedom, is something they cannot grasp, for it is a truth that defies control and transcends the transient needs of the world. In your solitude lies a truth more powerful than any they could comprehend. They may see your independence as an enigma, your self-sufficiency as a mystery, but it is simply the expression of a soul aligned with its higher calling. Others may strive for validation, clutching to titles, relationships, or possessions for a sense of worth. But you, chosen one, are here to fulfill a purpose beyond the fleeting attachments of the material world. It is this clarity, this deep-rooted understanding of impermanence, that renders you immune to manipulation. To live with such purpose, to love without attachment, is to embrace a power that renders all attempts at control futile. The realization that you do not fear loss is unsettling for those who rely on control. For you, chosen one, know that everything in this world is temporary, and in this truth, you find liberation. Others may attempt to bind you with expectation, thinking that they hold sway over you. Yet, when they witness the calm certainty in your soul, the ease with which you release what no longer serves your growth, they come to understand that there is no hold they can maintain. Your spirit is untethered, and in this detachment lies a freedom they cannot comprehend, a strength that defies all boundaries they might impose. There is power in knowing that nothing external defines you, that your worth is not tied to another's validation or approval. This sovereignty is not born of arrogance, but of a sacred understanding of self. You move through life with a quiet confidence, anchored in the unshakable knowledge of who you are and why you are here. Others, those who cling to fleeting comforts or seek power over others, find this unsettling. For they have no power over one who is whole within themselves, no leverage over a soul that draws its strength from the eternal. They may attempt to manipulate, but their efforts are in vain. For you, chosen one, walk the path of truth, a path that cannot be altered by external forces. In a world driven by control, your presence alone disrupts the delicate balance they have constructed. You carry within you a peace that speaks of ancient truths, a calmness that defies all attempts to provoke or manipulate. It is this inner harmony, this unyielding tranquility, that serves as a fortress against chaos. No matter how turbulent the surroundings, your spirit remains unmoved, as if protected by an invisible shield of truth and purpose. They may attempt to shake you, to draw you into their storms, yet you stand firm, a pillar of peace that cannot be toppled. In this silence, they see a power beyond their grasp, a strength that does not need to assert itself, for it simply exists, undeniable and absolute. Those who once tried to bend you to their will now find themselves confronted by an unbreakable force. Your resilience is not loud, not boastful. It is the quiet determination of a soul that knows its path, that has walked through fire and emerged unscathed. They underestimated you, thinking that gentleness meant weakness, that kindness could be manipulated. But the strength of an earth angel, the strength of a chosen one, is far greater than they imagined. It is a strength that does not waver, a conviction that does not bend. Your spirit, forged through trials and illuminated by truth, stands unyielding. In their attempts to break you, they find only the futility of their efforts. In the presence of your unwavering spirit, their own insecurities rise to the surface. They begin to question their power, their control, their very understanding of strength. For what can they do against a soul that remains intact, that does not bend to manipulation or fear? Your resilience becomes a mirror, reflecting back to them their own limitations, their own dependence on control. In this reflection, they see the truth they sought to avoid, that real power does not lie in coercion but in self-mastery. This truth, embodied in you, leaves them unsettled, for it reveals the fragility of their own reliance on external power. As you move through life with this clarity, you become a beacon of truth, a force that cannot be hidden or subdued. Your words, when spoken, resonate with a power that burns through deception. You do not need to confront, for the truth alone is enough. In the simplicity of your presence, in the honesty of your words, you dismantle the illusions they have built. They may attempt to dismiss or ignore it, but the clarity you bring is relentless. It exposes what they have worked so hard to conceal, shining a light into the darkest corners of their intentions. This illumination is not born of anger. It is the natural consequence of a soul aligned with truth. In the purity of your truth, chosen one, there lies a power that cannot be silenced. Those who live behind masks find themselves exposed, their carefully constructed facades crumbling in the light of your unwavering presence. You do not seek to expose or condemn. Your purpose is not to destroy but to reveal. Yet, in that revelation, there is a profound discomfort for those who thrive on illusion. They find themselves defenseless, stripped of pretense, unable to maintain the lies they once wore as armor. Your presence alone, your steadfast commitment to authenticity, is enough to make them tremble. They may try to pull you into their deceptions, to distort the truth you carry. But the essence of a chosen one is grounded in a purpose so sacred, so unyielding, that no external force can alter it. You walk with an inner compass aligned not to the shifting tides of human opinion, but to the eternal. This alignment is both your shield and your strength, for it protects you from the chaos they seek to impose. When they attempt to ensnare you in webs of deceit, they find instead a mirror that reflects only their own shadows. You stand apart, untouched, holding firm to the higher truth that guides you. It is here that the beauty of forgiveness shines, for while you see clearly, you do not condemn. Your heart, though discerning, remains open to healing, to the grace that forgiveness bestows. This does not mean you forget, nor does it mean you allow repeated harm. Forgiveness, for you, is a release, a letting go of resentment that serves no purpose. It is an act of strength, not surrender. And in this forgiveness, they find no loophole, no chance to repeat their transgressions. They expected mercy without consequence, but what they encounter is compassion tempered by wisdom, a kindness that is fierce, a grace that is guarded. Your heart, chosen one, is vast yet vigilant. You have learned that love, though boundless, must be protected. You do not allow your energy to be drained by those who do not honor its sacredness. Instead, you reserve your compassion for those who respect the depth and purity of your soul. They may seek to take advantage, assuming that love means endless acceptance. But love, in its truest form, does not lower its standards, it elevates. It requires those who wish to remain within its embrace to rise, to honor, and to cherish the sanctity of your presence. And in this, you teach them the value of reverence. In a world accustomed to chaos, your inner peace becomes a force that cannot be disturbed. You hold within you a calm that defies their attempts to provoke, to manipulate, to draw you into turmoil. This peace is not passive, it is an active stance, a refusal to allow the noise of the world to disturb the silence of your soul. Those who rely on chaos to maintain control find themselves powerless, unable to rattle the quiet strength that shields you. You move through life untouched by their storms, carrying within you a serenity that is as unbreakable as it is unsettling. They may come to you with demands, expecting you to bend, to compromise, to give in. But they soon realize that you, chosen one, are unmovable. Your spirit is anchored in a purpose that transcends their understanding, a resolve that does not yield to external pressure. This does not mean you lack compassion. On the contrary, it is because of your compassion that you stand so firmly. You know that to compromise on your truth is to betray not only yourself but also the purpose you serve. And so, with quiet strength, you hold your ground, unshaken by their attempts to sway you. In the stillness of your presence, they encounter a strength they cannot name. They may have thought you could be controlled, that your kindness was a weakness to be exploited, but what they find instead is a resilience forged in truth, a spirit unbreakable and unyielding. You do not need to raise your voice. The power within you speaks for itself. It is a strength that flows from an inner knowing, a certainty that does not waver. And as they witness this strength, they come to understand that there is no force on earth that can compel you to betray your essence. To those who sought control, your independence is a mystery they cannot unravel. You move through life with a freedom that is incomprehensible to those bound by attachment. You do not cling to people, titles, or possessions. Your worth is not defined by anything external. This detachment is not coldness but clarity, a recognition that true freedom lies within. You are not driven by the need to possess or be possessed. You exist within your own sovereignty, a soul that cannot be contained. And for those who seek control, this autonomy is terrifying, for it renders them powerless. They may have tried to create a world in which you would feel incomplete, a world where validation comes from others. Yet, within you is a strength that does not seek completion outside itself. This wholeness is a power they cannot understand, a freedom they cannot touch. It is this independence that makes you resilient, immune to their attempts to define you. You know your worth, not because it has been given to you, but because it is an intrinsic part of your being. In this, you find a strength that cannot be taken, a light that cannot be dimmed. And so, you walk the path of the chosen, a path illuminated by a purpose that defies earthly limits. Your journey is not one of seeking validation or approval. It is a journey of aligning with the divine call within you. Each step you take is guided by an inner compass, a wisdom that transcends the ordinary. Those who cannot see this purpose may try to distract you, to divert you from your path. But your gaze remains fixed, your heart aligned with the eternal. In this alignment lies a power that cannot be swayed, a strength that carries you beyond the reach of those who do not understand. In the unwavering clarity of your purpose, chosen one, you become untouchable, a force that cannot be molded by others' desires. They may attempt to lure you with illusions of power, of status, of fleeting praise, but you are unmoved. You walk in the truth of who you are, immune to the shallow promises of a world caught in its own reflections. This immunity, this steadfast focus, is a power they do not comprehend. For those who are bound by their need for validation, it is unfathomable that one could exist whole and free, unentangled in the webs they have woven. And so, in your freedom, they see the truth of their own chains. Even as they seek to understand you, they find only a mirror reflecting their own limitations. For you are a vessel of truth, a soul that cannot be captured, a presence that transcends their reach. It is not that you refuse to engage with the world. Rather, you choose to engage only in alignment with your sacred purpose. This discernment, this ability to move in silence and with intention, leaves them bewildered. They thought they knew you, that they could define or label you. But every attempt reveals only their own misunderstandings, for your essence is beyond the confines of their perception. And as you continue forward, there will be those who see your light and are drawn to it, not to control, but to learn, to grow, to awaken. These are the ones who recognize the purity of your spirit, who honor the strength and beauty of your journey. They see not a threat but a guide, not a mystery to be solved but a truth to be honored. In the presence of such souls, you do not need to guard yourself, for they respect the boundaries you hold sacred. They come not to take but to walk alongside you, to learn from the path you illuminate. It is in this sacred exchange that your light finds its true purpose, shining not for validation but for elevation. Chosen one, your journey is a testament to the strength of authenticity, to the power of a soul aligned with its highest calling. You are not here to fit in, to be understood by the world. You are here to change it, to elevate it. In this mission, there is solitude, yes, but also profound connection to those who see beyond the surface. For it is only the few, the awakened, who can recognize the depth of your spirit. These are the ones who know that your kindness is a strength, your peace a fortress, your love a transformative force. Together, you form a bond that transcends words, a unity that requires no explanation. And so, each step you take on this path is a beacon, a reminder to others of what is possible when one lives in truth. The world around you may not fully understand, may even resist, but your purpose is not to seek understanding. It is to embody a higher truth, to live as a testament to the power of an awakened soul. They may question your journey, may try to pull you into the chaos they cling to, but you are rooted, grounded in a strength that draws from the eternal. Each attempt to sway you is met with the unyielding presence of a spirit aligned with destiny. For you are more than they expected, more than even you once knew. The depth of your purpose reveals itself with each step, each choice to honor your calling. What began as a whisper has grown into a symphony, a force that guides you, that empowers you, that protects you. The world may try to define this strength, to label it, to control it, but it is beyond their grasp. This is your essence, the sacred power that flows through you, a power that does not bend, that does not break. In this truth, you find your own liberation, a freedom that no earthly force can touch. Let them marvel, let them wonder, for in the mystery of your existence lies a beauty they can only glimpse, a power they can only imagine. You were not chosen to fit the mold, to follow the path others laid out. You were chosen to redefine what it means to be alive, to show that strength is not domination but love, that power is not control but freedom. As you continue forward, remember this truth. You are a force of nature, a presence that cannot be confined. Your journey is sacred, a testament to the unbreakable bond between you and the divine purpose that calls you. If these words resonate with the core of who you are, if you feel the truth of your own power rising within, know that this is only the beginning. Embrace this journey. Walk with confidence in the path laid before you. The world may not understand, but the world needs you, needs the light you carry, the truth you embody. And as you continue to walk, let others witness the strength of a soul untethered, a spirit that has chosen to live beyond fear, beyond the limits imposed by others. Stand tall in your power, knowing that you are not alone. There is a community of awakened souls walking this path alongside you. Join us here, among those who see the truth in your eyes, who recognize the power within your heart. Subscribe to this channel. Become part of a collective that understands your journey, that honors your purpose. Share this message with others, for there are many who have yet to awaken, many who need the reminder of their own strength. Like, comment, engage, for this is how we grow, how we spread the light that each of us carries. Together, we rise, each one a beacon of truth, illuminating a world that desperately seeks the clarity we hold within. You are not alone in this, chosen one. Here, you are seen, honored, understood. Subscribe now, and take the first step toward a deeper connection with those who walk this path of awakening. Share this truth, for there are many who need to hear it. Leave a comment. Add your voice to the collective that rises in truth, in strength, in purpose. For this is more than a journey. It is a calling, a destiny shared by those who are ready to step beyond the veil, to see the world as it truly is. Together, we move forward, each of us a spark in the flame of transformation. Remember, the journey does not end here. This is only the beginning, the first step on a path that will lead you to the highest truth, the deepest wisdom, the ultimate purpose. Watch the recommended video on your screen now, for it is not a coincidence that you are here. It is a reminder that the journey continues, that there is always more to uncover, to learn, to embody. Watch, engage, allow this truth to sink deeper into your being. Together, we rise, each step a testament to the strength of the chosen ones. For you are not only seen, you are part of a legacy, a force that is here to change the world. As you close this chapter and step forward into the next, know that you carry within you the strength of ages, the wisdom of lifetimes. You are the embodiment of love and strength, of purpose and peace. Embrace this truth, let it guide you, let it elevate you. And remember, you are never alone. The journey is sacred, the path is clear. Watch the recommended video now, and let us continue together, each of us a spark in the divine tapestry of destiny. Walk forward, chosen one, for your light is needed, your strength is timeless. The world awaits you.